Beloved Creator, God, Goddess Absolute, we gather here in honor of the frequency of solstice, winter solstice. We align in divine awareness with the spirit of the hibernation dream. In the recognition that winter solstice can be a great access code to the lucid dream and dreaming on every level. For the winter time is a time of hibernation for the animals, and the animals bring us the message that is coded within the very name animal. Animal and I'm all. Animal and I'm all. And so we align with the frequency of the allness of who we are. We recognize that the darkness associated with solstice is also in alignment with the sacred void. The void of the quantum field of infinite possibilities. For everything that makes its way into objective resonance and manifestation begins as a formless embryo out of that cocoon of eternal blackness, the quantum field, the sacred void. And we align with this energy of solstice to tap into the sacred void, to tap into that central core place from which all of our objective realities emerge. We align in divine awareness with that knowingness that every reality that shall ever unfold for us in objectivity emerges from the central core of our being. We also recognize that this time of the holidays, I like to refer to them as the holy days, is a time of the blues for some people. And so part of our divine intention in this live is to milk the miracle from the holiday blues. For any and all who are in a state of emotional suffering during the holidays, sometimes it's because one lost a loved one who passed away during this holiday cycle. Sometimes there was a very painful breakup, some form of loss. And then in the three-dimensional entrapment, some allow themselves to begin to associate the holidays with trauma, with emotional trauma. And so in the recognition that we are all one vibration, each and every one of us, and so we have each other's back. And those of us who are in an exalted state of elevated consciousness, elevated love, elevated peace, elevated compassion, elevated wielding of the intuition, we hold space for those of us who are in pain. We are meant to walk each other home. We are meant to raise each other up. And so we tap into the lucid dream, the waking dream, and in this now moment, we dream awake. We dream awake that which is most elevated within our soul. Even though we live within this three-dimensional reality, and we have this collective focus upon our three-dimensional reality and all of the pain that can come with being presenced in 3D. Simultaneously, we live in the fifth dimension and beyond. And so in a moment I'll offer a tone, and this tone is specifically for the channeling of our reality of being that is exalted within the fifth dimension. As you ride the wings of these tones with me, know that it is a channeling for the transmission activation of your reality in the three-dimensional realm and beyond. In the fifth dimensional realm and beyond. Your reality in fifth dimension and beyond. My reality in fifth dimension and beyond. Transcending the pain and the strife of this third dimensional realm. allow and accept the frequency of consciousness within these tones that activate our eternal remembrance of our now reality in the fifth dimension and beyond, in the resonance of heaven and beyond, in the resonance of nirvana and beyond, in the resonance of utopia and beyond, by virtue of our oneness in the omnipresent collective consciousness. In this now moment, we own the exalted reality of our being. It is alive and well and eternally resonant within the quantum field of the fifth dimension and beyond. We summon forth this all-dimensional elevation to levitate just a little bit above this third dimensional reality, and by virtue of divine intention, we call forth the elevating of this three-dimensional reality of limitation to rise up and harmonically converge with this fifth dimensional reality of our being and beyond. We hold a higher vision for all of those of us who are hanging out in low frequencies. By virtue of the grace and the mercy of God that moves within and through us, we don't allow our gaze to be fixated upon anyone's low frequency behavior or our low frequency behavior. We look larger. We see the redemption, we see the liberation, and we recognize that in that simultaneous moment of low frequency behavior, there are multiple versions of reality where each of us that are caught up in low frequency are simultaneously in our greatest exaltation. All realities exist simultaneously, with the distinction that all realities are not simultaneously activated. By virtue of the consciousness of God that moves within and through us, the consciousness of Goddess that moves within and through us, we align in divine awareness with our greatest exaltation of love, with our greatest exaltation of peace, with our greatest exaltation of wisdom, with our greatest exaltation of liberation, freedom, and creative expression. We are divine, and we are owning our divinity even now. We are owning our divinity with the owning power of God, Goddess Almighty, that lives within and through us. We are empowered by everything because we are the power of everything. We align in divine awareness with every exalted being We personalize with sacred pride our oneness and co-creation of every amazing thing and creation. Our Creator Source, God, Goddess Almighty, every angel and ascended master, every human, every planet, star, and galaxy, every animal, elemental. We are at one with victory ad infinitum. We are at one with creation ad infinitum. We allow ourselves to feel sacred pride by virtue of having a co-creative hand and heart and mind in every amazing thing that is done in the whole of life and life's unfolding down the corridors of forever. We own the truth that we are a cellular counterpart within every being. And because we live as a cellular counterpart within every being, we are in co-creation with every wonderful thing that is done by every being. We own this truth and allow ourselves to be skyrocketed in our self-esteem through the roof of the cosmos. We lift up all of those who are in a state of pain. Every victory is our victory, and every pain is our pain. Any being in a state of pain is also our own self by extension. And so by virtue of the grace and the mercy and the power and the might of God, we raise up every being who is in a state of pain, in a state of forgetfulness. On mountain heights of heaven's land, we now invoke the master plan. Because it's our divine birthright, we're giving back our cosmic sight. At dawn of life, we were so high with the angels we did fly. We now ascend a higher plane in the ancient times now. Come again. Is in the name of holy peace that all our blessings now increase. Our great abundance now comply with power of our single eye. We bless the darkness, make it right, reverse the tide and free the light. God, Goddess, make our power ever pure, else let the power not endure. We love and lift our fellow man and woman and understand the master plan. For us, there's simply nothing new except that which we always knew. First eye, spin at speed of light, within, without. Come now our sight. Almighty Spirit, Elohim, make truth of this our cosmic dream. Yes, our eye is really single. With light our bodies do now tingle. Oh, our souls are so brand new. We now know all that we once knew. I am so honored and grateful, beloved, to be at one with you. So honored and grateful to be in the divine remembrance of our oneness. So honored and grateful to know that I always have your back. Even when I was in human forgetfulness, there was always a greater exaltation of me, knowing and holding space and having your back and having the back of all that is. So honored and grateful to know that there is something within you that always has the universe's back, all of your brothers and sisters back, the animals back, the angels back, the plants, the trees, the oceans, the mountains and streams. This is our time for coming home. In this now moment, as we engage with each other, the greater truth is that the universe is having a rendezvous with itself through our joining. The universe is loving itself through our joining. The universe is keeping sacred company with itself through our joining, our coming together, our circling in. The universe is remembering its absoluteness through our joining in this now moment. Feel the celebration with me, beloved. Feel the resonance of your transcendence above any pain, any despair, any fear. You are infinitely more than your fear, infinitely more than your pain. We are infinitely more than our mistakes. We allow ourselves to be poured out upon by the omnipresent divinity of God Almighty. We come home to ourselves. We are free despite all appearances. We are loved despite all low frequencies. We are empowered, not just in spite of the difficulties of our lives, but mostly because of the difficulties of our lives. We are empowered by everything. Empowered by everything. And you, beloved, are empowered by everything because you're the microcosmic presence of everything, everyone, everywhere, every when, even unto God, Goddess Almighty. Isn't it wonderful that God, Goddess Almighty qualitatively lives in the inner sanctum of your soul, in the inner sanctum of my soul. We are so much grander than the lower human ego tried to trick us into believing. And so we celebrate coming home to self. We celebrate remembering our oneness with every being. We celebrate, knowing that even when we seem to be creatively blocked, there are multiple versions of reality, so many more versions of reality, where we are in the eternal creative flow. We transcend blockages of creative expression by virtue of shifting attention to every version of reality where we are in the creative flow. All realities exist simultaneously, and we observe into objective resonance of being our greatest heart's desire. Isn't it wonderful that we are worthy to be fulfilled in our greatest heart's desire? We are worthy to be fulfilled. In our greatest heart's desire. There's only one life in which we all share, and only one love through which we all care. Only one being in all that we're seeing, a slumbering giant is what we are freeing. When one is at peace, what a mighty release of breath unto life, that all may increase. Anyone's joy is everyone's right. The wise one's wisdom is the blind one's sight. Yes, there's only me in all that I see. The joining of life is what makes me free. And those who achieve in abundance receive is that part of me in whom I believe. When I am a winner, I honor all life. When I am a loser, all life shares my strife. Before life, on this earth, in my physical birth, I danced with the angels and knew my true worth. Yet all that I was, I really still am. The God out of heaven, an innocent lamb. If I want to know who I truly be, seek all that there is, and I will find me. Thank you for co-creating with me. Thank you for coming home to yourself. Astarius Miraculii. Transmission complete. Be sure and experience my website, Astarius.com. I have a great number of music albums and a couple of books. I'm available for intuitive astrological readings, quantum ascension coaching, practice and teach Reiki, and of course sound healing transmissions with didgeridoo, vocal harmonics, chants, and prayers. Thank you, Divine Creator. Thank you, angels. Thank you, beloveds. I appreciate you.